Alright. Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Impact or Hit. I, Joey Styles, Jonathan Coachman, and Aiden English here. And today on Impact or Hit, we got Mike today doing backstage speaking today. And today on Impact or Hit, hopefully we're going to have, you know, good match here today, Joey Styles says. Well, I truly hope so, Jonathan Coachman says, because it has been. Hopefully, we are going to have a good match here today on Impact or Hit. I can tell you one thing, Joey and Jonathan. I'm right with you, and I think that it should work out, Aiden English says. And we should have a good show here today. Well, first, it's Mike today coming to the ring. Shit, stand up. You can't stand up. Ladies and... Oh, no, okay. Well, today we're going to have... Well, today I believe that we're going to have... We got Heracles. Since Hercules is a Latinist borrowed name, Heracles is a Hellenist borrowed name. And he's in the ring today. Oh, I know I can't stand up. Yeah. Toy Biz can't make dolls that stand up either. And alright, folks, I know this is the one that I lost my shirt, but there's another one of me buried somewhere in that that bin or box or whatever you want to call it. And there's way too many things here. So this one came from the American Thrift Center, or the Vinlander Thrift Middle. Anyway, I know that I've been seen on and off over the years since my 2-disc run in the Toy Wrestling Gathering started in 2012 YL. And yes, I am a former TWF heavyweight fighter, believe that or not. But I truly think that if there's someone out there who I can't stand, and those are bullies. And I did happen to see... I don't like bullies at all. Alright? So I know that someone likes to go around bullying folks. Oh, is that right, huh? Yeah, I know what you did, Drew McIntyre. I know what you did, Adam Cole. You're not going to get away with any of it. Oh, isn't it Hercules or Heracles? You talk about bullies, Shinsuke Nakamura says, as if it's a bad thing. Let me tell you, you as a street follower don't have any room to speak of when it comes to scathing bullying. I believe, Shinsuke, that I have the right to scathe bullying because bullying isn't right. And I'm not flawless, and I have said and done mistakes and things that I'm not happy about. But you think that I'm going to have a double standard on bullying, you can think again, Shinsuke Nakamura. Unless you want to have a match with me. Oh, why would I want to have a match with Hercules or Heracles or whatever you want to call yourself? When at the end of the day, we all know that you would have an unfair upper hand on me, since you are stronger than any other man alive, which would be wrestling and fighting you be more like having a death wish. Well, Shinsuke Nakamura, it seems today I'm going to have to make your wish, your dream, become a nightmare. Looks like I'm going to make your wish come true. So, Hercules or Heracles, I know you're a street follower. I've been a street follower since 2012 YL. When you came back to the Toy Wrestling Gathering from first games again. And then, so the way I look at it, So the way I look at it I think that at the end of the day, it would be cool to see Heracles or Hercules or whatever name you want to go by. I mean, what do you want to go by? Well, please, I mean, all welcome, call me Heracles, since Hercules was a Latinist borrowed name, and Heracles is the Hellenist borrowed name. Well, then Heracles it will be. So today we'll have Heracles take on Shinsuke Nakamura, if I'm saying that Danish borrowed name and Danish kid name right. Here today on Impact or Hit, Astronema says. And one little thing I just want to say right now, Ecliptor goes, I know that like all dolls, you have a bind standing up or, so just sit on the ring steeple and everything will work out, Ecliptor goes. And about you, Shinsuke Nakamura, not even worth my time. Up. Well, we only heard from Astronema or Corone or whatever you want to call her. And she can't stand up anymore. She could stand up, now she cannot anymore. The doll can no longer stand up anymore. That's sad. When you think the doll would have a bind standing up in the ring, but standing up on other things, that's like beyond us. Well, Joey Styles says we're going to see Heracles, take on Shinsuke Nakamura here today on Impact or Hit, Jonathan Coachman, Joey Styles said. And since Nakamura just kicked down Heracles, Jonathan Coachman says. Wow, Aiden English says he thinks he's going to beat the son of Zeus. Well, many men and women seek to do it, and many men and women lost. 1, 2, and Heracles gets back up. No way is the son of Zeus going to be, smoothly beat by being kicked. If that was true, all his foes would have had him beaten a long time ago, Jonathan Coachman said. That's right, Joey Styles said. I want to say that was some kind of suplex, but I don't know what it is. I know that was a body slam, and down the Fight Lord goes down too, Joey Styles said. Yeah, the Fight Lord has a bind standing up in the ring too. Like almost all the other dolls, Jonathan Coachman says. Shinsuke Nakamura most likely has a death wish by fighting Hercules or Heracles, whatever you want to call him, Aiden English says. And Hercules or Heracles is going to beat Shinsuke Nakamura like Hulk Hogan would beat a lot of folks by dropping the leg down on him. Aiden English says. Well, Hulk Hogan first wanted his end hold to be a sleeper, but then later on shifted over to being a leg drop. Joey Styles said, I did not know that, Jonathan Coachman says. Well, Aiden English said that is what he said, if you can believe what he said is true or not. 1, 2, 3. Ding ding ding. Here is your winner, Heracles. Or Hercules, whatever you want to call him. One's the Latinist borrowed name, the other one's a Hellenist borrowed name. Well, we do know that Shinsuke Nakamura will think before he opens his mouth and starts daring folks to a match or to a fight, Joey Styles says. Or think before he starts bullying folks. We're lucky that Shinsuke Nakamura was speaking English, Jonathan Coachman said, because he could have trolled everyone and started speaking Danish. Yeah, Danish with all the words written down of what he was saying, as if he was too good to speak English or he forgot that he spoke more in one speech. Aiden English says. Or I guess to get him over as a heel. Someone speaks another speech, you don't speak it. Yeah. and they say shit you don't understand. It could be good or bad, but it's a good way to get heat with some folks. Aiden English says. Well, speaking of that, we're gonna have Mike today now is now hopefully gonna be speaking with Shinsuke Nakamura. Alright. Thank you, Joey Styles, and thank you, Jonathan Coachman. I'm going to be talking with Shinsuke Nakamura here today on Impact or Hit. Alright, Shinsuke Nakamura, why did you choose to come out and start and want to have a match with Hercules or Heracles or whatever you want to call him? Oh, Mike, today, first off, no one should really be calling him Hercules, because even though Hercules is the Latinist borrowed name, and Heracles is the Hellenish borrowed name. But when most folks speaking of, they're speaking of the Hellenish folklore, not the Romish folklore. Well, you see, a lot of folks might be frightened of the so-called son of Zeus, who seems to, the only thing he has going for himself is he had that overmight. If he never had that overmight, then he wouldn't have done all the things he did. Those 12 labors, those 12 works they keep talking about he had to do to atone for his sins and misdeeds that he did in Hellenish folklore? Well, why is it that in all the films, and all the shows, and all the plays, well, yeah, especially the Heracles show that ran from between 94 YL with the films and ended in between 99 YL, they never ever brought up, his 12 works or his 12 deeds. And if it wasn't for him having that overmight or overstrength, I would have beaten him. Well, you keep telling yourself that, Shinsuke Nakamura. Some folks would think you had a death wish going up against Hercules or Heracles or whatever you want to call him. A death wish? Hercules or Heracles? Come on. He's been a road follower and still be a street follower to this day. And yeah, he may have been the former TWF heavyweight fighter, but that was a long, long time ago. And we don't have to worry about seeing that shirtless shithead for a long time, Shinsuke Nakamura says. Well, it looks like Shinsuke Nakamura, is still saying shit even after he lost his match. Back to you, Joey Styles and Jonathan Coachman. Thank you, Mike, today for talking with Shinsuke Nakamura here today on Impact or Hit. And that's all the time we got here for Impact or Hit. I, Joey Styles, Jonathan Coachman, and Aiden English. We hope you like Impact or Hit, and we'll see you tomorrow for Friday Night SmackDown.